everybody, welcome to episode 23 of Restoration Z. Today we have a project which is I don't want to use my pillion pegs anymore, so I'm going to need a replacement bracket. I will point out now, because I know someone's going to point it out, that yes, on your MOT, if you have a pillion seat fitted to the bike, you must have pillion pegs. If you remove the pillion pegs, you must get a cowl to cover the rear seat. Now, I don't know where that stands on a dirt bike, which has got a flat bench seat, but I can tell you, when I'm on it, it's one seat, not two. I don't think it's going to be an issue. If it is, well, I'll find out at the time. Anyway, the part that I need is basically this top bit here, which is where the mid-pipe of the exhaust attaches to, which you can see is like a little rubber that goes through there to mitigate some vibrations, but it's just that top bit. Now, I could just zip, chop the top off that, round it, be absolutely fine. However, these are about some silly amount a set because they're, you know, OEM DRZ rear pegs, and I don't want to destroy mine. I tried to buy one like this side without any of the bits attached to it, thinking, you know, it would be quite cheap. No. You can buy exhaust eliminating brackets for the DR. They're about 10-15 quid, something like that. Come from China, CNC'd aluminium, and they'll take probably 4 weeks to get here. Well, I'm not waiting 4 weeks. So I got this, I did some measurements with these, and I sat on a little CAD program and worked out basically what the thing is. You'll notice one of those holes is actually doubled. Well, it's added 2mm on. That's why this looks a bit off-centered and weird. It's because it's actually not, because you've got this double hole. Shot one out. I went to my local metal supplier, and I'm on good terms with them, so I can look in their bins and stuff for offcuts. And I so happened to find this piece of 12mm and this piece of, what's that, like 5-6mm? 6. Yeah, this is 12. Now, I'm sure this would actually be strong enough to do it, but then I realised, because of the thickness of this, it may need to be wider. So I was like, okay, well, if I make it from this, and then what I did was I thought, well, if I get the 12mm bit, and I've got a couple of pieces of rubber, see, that measures in, because I'm going to use those as washers to mitigate some vibration. That comes in at like 19-20mm, around there, you know. And this so happens to be almost bang on, exactly the same. So I think I can get 2 attempts at this in case I mess it up the first time. Stick that on there, chop, shape, drill, etc. Then these would just be put on either side, and in theory that should do it great. I mean, it's not cost me anything to find out, so let's just do it, shall we? How am I going to stick that on there? Where's my self-adhesive tape? Okay, so I've got that marked out. I know I can get another one out of this side if I mess this one up. So now I just need to chop as close to those lines as I can just to trim this down. First thing I want to do before I shrink this down is drill the holes, because I want as much material there to clamp on to drill the holes as I can possibly get. We need to go up to 8mm, but I'm not going to start there, obviously. I was going to go from a 6 to an 8, but I've actually found that this is drilling so nicely. I've got a good sized pilot. I'm just going to go straight to the 8. So now I just need to try and chop this down as close to this line and this line and this line as I can, and then I'm going to shape it. Not deciding how I'm going to do that yet. Could do file, could file it, or I could use, yeah, we'll see, Let me just chop this off. So now I've got my Dremel 3000 in the table that Dremel sent me as part of a review when I reviewed the 4300. The reason I've got the 3000 in here is because I use this for die grinding. And yeah, the general idea is just going to be to trim this down a bit. I could use the guide and all of that on here, but I've done a lot of this in the clockmaking I've done, so I'll be alright. Well, there we go. Who needs a CNC, eh? Well, me, obviously. This has come out okay. All I do need to do now, though, is I know I need to scoop a little bit out the top because there is a weld. That's why the original's got a rip going on. I also need to take off a top section of this so it sits into the frame a bit closer. That's going to be quite tricky to do, but I think I know how I'm going to do it. So I've got a line and I've marked a depth on both sides, and I'm now going to slit with a hacksaw down, and I'm going to have to try and do the same thing that way. This is obviously very risky, but I have to do this. That was lucky. I mean this piece. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. There's a little part, you know, a couple of hours work. Yeah, there's a little dink here, which was the last pass of the angle grinder, and I went, oh whoops. I could straighten that out, but I would rather leave the meat there. I've brushed it with a wire wheel and with some scouring pads just to round off all the corners, and it should fit perfectly. So should we try and do it? Right, zero them out. So from this side, just under 6mm. From this side. Whoa! For eyeballing, I'll take that any day. Okay, so I've popped the exhaust header on. Now I need to attach my little bracket to the bike. Okay, I'm going to have to take this off to put some sealant in it. Because if this is a little bit too small for this, I actually have to put some like metal roll in there, but doesn't matter for now. Just want to test. Apologies, my microphone cable came undone. I've only just realised. Well, here we go. It's now done. I'm probably going to get some button head Allens to put in here instead, because they'll set this off nicer. But as a thing to do a job, it's doing it great. Ooh, grab this side. It's absolutely solid. It fit in absolutely perfectly, so I'm amazed my measurements to paper to a program, to, you know, like a flat CAD program, to then build it and it to turn out to fit like that and fit in so well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Bit of scrap metal out of a bin and save myself 15 quid and 4 weeks waiting. Anyway, I'm going to make this a mini episode because I think this is something that can stand alone. Because people should know you can make stuff like this. Yeah, as I'm going to get some smaller bits so it all fits in better. Smaller washer or something. But it works for now. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters and everyone who's remembering to like the videos and supporting this build in every way you can. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to see future videos. This channel is made possible by the support of the audience. Please consider joining my Patreon to get early access to videos, questions answered in the monthly Q&A, your name on screen, and some exclusive content, all for as little as $1 a month. You can also check out the links in the description to my merch and other ways to directly support the channel. Thanks for watching.